Hello guys, this is Alexi with Rock and Roll Tennis Scams, and today I'm going to answer Edmund's question, who's asking what would be my practical advice for 3.5 to 4.0 level player and their second serve. So Edmund, thank you for the question. That's a good one. I'm sure a lot of people struggling with that shot, so let's just dive straight into it. You basically have two options when you're doing your second serve. Your option number one is to do it slower, so physically accelerate slower to make it safer. And your second option is to swing fast but deliver double or triple amount of spin, so the ball goes slower because of the spin, not because you're swinging slower. So obviously the second way is the more advanced way, which I train my students to master. So because right at about 3.5, 4.0 level, you'll start to get punished if you deliver those cream puffs on the second serve. They're just too slow and the people are already too good, and that's only going to get worse as the levels go up. So the only solution left is to go with the fast, spinny swing. So let's just talk about that now. So basically the idea is you're going to intentionally make your swing shorter. So if you're doing a long swing, which is what the first serve is, you're having a maximum amount of follow through, which means you're giving the ball the most energy. So if you do that on a second serve, whether you like it or not, you're gonna give it a good amount of energy, which would make it pretty risky. So there's two ways we're gonna lose power. So your first way is you're gonna catch it a little bit lower. So that's very important, because not only you're gonna smudge it up, which loses power, but it also gives you the ability to follow through upwards, which creates a good clearance, and that's in turn creates safety. So definitely have to get under the ball. So that's probably the biggest distinction between the first and the second serve. Is on the first serve we catching it high, and we basically just catching it in that red window where the racket has the most energy, and we transfer all that energy right into the ball. So we don't want to opponent have any extra time. So on the second serve we have to mitigate our risk by catching it lower. So you gotta intentionally make it come down just a little bit, so you have some follow through upwards left. So you'll catch it low, so you'll smudge it up, but it's also carries it, so you're kind of getting both advantages in just one move. So that's one way you're going to lose power, just by brushing it up. Then you're going to go a little bit forward. So this is the part where you still have to hold it on the strings to tell the ball where to go. So it'll be a little bit of a follow through, and then you will go either for a kick, you'll go right as a righty, or you go left also as a righty. So that's going to be a slice, and this is going to be a kick. So that's the second way you're going to lose energy. So you're smudging it one way upwards, then a little bit forward, and then you're going to smudge it the other way sideways. So so basically to get really good at second serves, you need to balance three directions. You have first one is up, then a little bit forward, and then to the side, either right or left, depending on what spin you want to have. So for you as a 3.5, what I would start with, and that's what I personally did all the way until I was a sophomore in college. So I was playing 2 and 3 singles at the top 20 D1 school, and I did not have a kick until like sophomore year, until somebody showed me how to do it, because my dad in Siberia did not know how to do a kick. So what I did is pretty much a slice, and I'll do it into the body. So I could hit it pretty hard, and it's always will jam my opponent. So that worked really well for me. So I'll probably start with that, and then once you get good, then you can start thinking with the kick. But both of those are gonna have the same beginning of catching it a little lower. You want the clearance. So it basically will look something like this. Here's your slice second serve, Edmund. So still going under the ball, still smudging it so that my follow through is managed, If I do it longer, I'm just gonna impart more power. So I'm intentionally making it go shorter on the strings. I'm smudging some of that extra energy off, and it naturally kind of curves around and jams the opponent. So it's actually pretty tricky to return. So if you get really good at that slice serve, you can also throw one once in a while really wide. So that's also very, very effective. But generally speaking, yeah, it's going to be a little under the ball on everything. That's how you're going to keep it safe. And if you want to do kick, your toss will have to change. You will have to go just a little bit to the left. So you toss left and you're going to swing to the right. That would be an example of a second serve. So toss left, now you're smudging it the other way, which creates a spin that bounces really high to the backhand. So there you have it, Edmund. Hope this helps. Please let me know if you have any questions, or if you'd like to give me a couple exercises that I usually do with my students. Just working mainly on that up. That seems to be the one that people have the most problems with. But after you get that up, you gotta blend 3 directions in: under, forward, side, and that's gonna take some reps. But it's basically all about energy management. You're intentionally making it go slower, much like topspin on the baseline. You can modulate that power. You always swing fast, but depending on how much spin you're putting, it's gonna go slower or faster. Hope this makes sense. Guys, please send me your questions and I'll do my best to respond. With that being said, go rock the courts.